Hello everyone and welcome to Crash Bandicoot 1. You might be asking,
Hey!
why not welcome to the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy? I haven't made any plans of doing the entire trilogy just yet, and if we do, I want to spread them out throughout the months. And I know you're gonna say, yes, I edited out the Activision intro because they do not deserve to be acknowledged.
No, I didn't. No, that's what I was going to say. I was
Yeah,
going to
no,
make
that's...
a joke and, hey, I'm supposed to be the PS1 guy.
Well, we're not playing this on the PS1.
Well, this isn't
Because I
PlayStation.
did
This isn't
Ape
PS1.
Escape, I did Klonoa, I did Spyro.
We're not even playing this on a PlayStation console.
We're playing this. You're playing this on frickin'
But
PC
still.
or Xbox.
But still.
Yeah. Also, one thing I do want to point out that I really dislike, there's no subtitles available, and I get that the plot is simplistic, but whether it be for disability reasons or just because you like having subtitles on, I want to see subtitles, and no, I'm not gonna put them on there. Because if Activision isn't putting in the work, neither am I.
I mean, to be fair, Activision hasn't really put in any work in this anyway. All they did was market and publish it.
Yeah. Although I will say that Activision, in a way, learned, because the Spyro trilogy does have subtitles, but then the Spyro
That's also
trilogy,
different depth.
but then the Spyro trilogy had more voice lines to them.
And it was also different depths. This is Vicarious Visions. Spyro was Toys for Bob.
Yeah, but it's
With Beanox.
still Activision. You'd think that Activision would catch this and be like, "Hey, fix this."
Yeah, no, Activision's never gonna do that.
Yeah. So anyway, in case you're not familiar with Crash Bandicoot, you jump,
Here it is.
you walk.
You're playing
You've
Sonic's
seen-
ass.
Sonic's ass.
No joke. The folder I have on my computer is actually called Sonic's Ass Game. I don't know why.
course you
Just
have.
something I decided to do.
I know exactly why you did. I know exactly why you did it. It's because this game was referred to as the Sonic's ass game in early development.
Yeah. Which is something I do find funny looking back on it. And it makes me wonder how many, other funny development names are out there. Because I know for a fact this wouldn't be the only one. This wouldn't be the only time they mocked one of the rivals' mascots.
You know that the sprite for the scientists what is it? I think it was Ratchet. I was gonna say Ratchet. Goddamn. In Crash 2, they were named. They were referred to as motherfuckers. It's like motherfucker 1, 2, 3.
What?
all that.
Who was the lead developer? Samuel L. Jackson.
I mean, at that honestly, I wouldn't put it past him. But no.
Hooray, you got a gem. Now you can save in Crash 1.
But wait a minute, this is the Insane Trilogy. You can save anywhere you want.
This one got the most changes out of all three of the games. Because you can actually save and die in normal stages.
So anyway,
it has the most necessary changes ever.
You can die.
So you might notice me just casually blazing through this stage.
Eddie, this isn't Turtle Woods in 2.
Well, of course he's not. He is actually grabbing boxes.
No, to get the blue gem in Turtle Woods, you can't break a single box.
You have to do that stage without getting any box
single box.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
And it will also get.
That's exactly why this isn't Turtle Woods.
And it will also get.
I was making the joke because he was ignoring literally every box.
And it will also get Cortex pretty pissed at you if you do that. There's a special scene if you do that. How many times is it?
No,
3
Crash. I think it's 3. Yeah, it's 3 or 4 times you get an achievement for it.
But anyway, when I was recording this game, I basically just had a a Chrome tab open on my second monitor, which just highlighted what stages I was able to get every box at, and which stage I wasn't. So because of that, I knew that, okay, for this one, I don't need to, I cannot get every box just yet. So, why bother? I'm gonna see that. Great, but you missed a blank amount of boxes. I'm gonna see that anyway, so, might as well extend it a little bit.
That's just classic Crash right there. Just
Yeah.
going through the entire stage, getting all the boxes except for one, and you just see the box counter at the end saying like 69 out of 70.
Nice.
Not really. Not really.
Well, it was 69. And
But that doesn't mean it's always nice, because you missed one box.
But it's 69.
No, that's more like 96. Actually, never know what the fuck am I talking.
Also, to be fair, 69 definitely isn't always nice, because just yesterday we had the news of the actor from Venom in Spider-Man 2 PS5 that he passed away at age 69, and yeah, that was not nice.
That was not very nice. No.
No.
Oh well.
Rest in peace.
Rip.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is what I was like, okay, I'm fast forwarding through this. Believe me, we are gonna blaze through this game.
Blaze it.
Well, it's not 420 just yet.
Oh.
But it could be when you're watching this.
Look,
If it's 420 right now, leave it down in the comments right now. No, just kidding.
look at that point we might as well throw around the it's 420 somewhere.
That's literally what a dispensary sign. That's what a sign. What am I trying to say? That's what a sign in a dispensary would be in.
That is the kind of thing you would probably see in like a Grand Theft Auto parody company.
Yeah. Or Saints Row.
I wouldn't be surprised
Well-
if that was in GTA. If it was in GTA as a fake sign.
Okay, Saints Row, I sort of see it, but then Saints Row, most of the reference are primarily sex related and not drug related.
You've never
Which
played
I-
2. You've never played 2.
No, because for whatever reason, there's not a proper version of Saints Row 2 on PC. There was, but then there wasn't. And I don't know if it's because the developer... No, it wasn't the developer. They did say they found, like, the source code of Saints Row 2. But I recall there being someone who was making a mod for it. But then that person died and nobody picked up the... the torch. Which, on one hand, is a damn shame, but on the other hand, I do understand wanting to respect the guy's work and just leaving it there.
You don't
Yeah,
have
so-
the double jump, Edgy. You don't have the slide jump, Edgy.
Are you
No,
trying
but-
to get a early time trial or something?
I'm not going for the time trials, but that jump is doable.
Oh, I know. I know it's doable. I've done it myself.
See, there it is.
Yeah.
If only I had time trials enabled. But the time
I
No,
trials...
hate the fact that they
only-
added time trials to Crash 1. I don't like that.
Okay, that jump you cannot
mean-
make.
Honestly, I love it. I think it adds. I genuinely think it adds like a lot of a decent challenge.
I like that they
These
added...
levels aren't really time trial based, though.
Well, yeah,
I-
but
I like-
the
I
time,
like
the
that
times
they-
themselves. The times themselves, like they what is it? They take into account the slow pace of the slow natural pace of
No.
Crash 1.
No, they
That's
don't.
why
Yeah.
Sunset Vista's
Yeah, they do.
Sapphire is
No,
5
no,
minutes.
no, they don't. I like that they added the time trials, but the lab can kiss my ass.
That's
Black
well, I mean,
can kiss your ass anytime, even if you're doing it normally.
even
I don't-
unconsensually.
I don't mind the stage. I mind the time trial. That shit is basically impossible if you're going for all platinum.
Then what? I mean, Why would you ever go for all platinum anyway, unless you're making an hour-long YouTube video about getting all the platinum relics into Crash games?
Because I'm a masochist.
No, the only true masochist is Caddy.
Do you not know that I got all the platinums in the
Yes.
Insane trilogy?
I know.
Right.
Yeah.
So did Kid Icarus, Edgy.
Yeah, but he's not here.
Nor will he ever be.
But no, the lab. I hated the lab. I don't even mind Stormy
Everyone
Ascent.
hates the lab.
I don't even mind Stormy Ascent as a time trial, but that's mainly because the Stormy Ascent, getting the platinum on that, is not really a matter of doing it fast. It's just more of a matter of doing it at a moderate pace and just, doing it. I had
Are you
more.
ignoring Coco?
No,
Yeah.
he's not getting Coco.
Lame.
I never really cared that much about Coco. It's just a reskin. Like there's no benefit to playing as her.
Yeah, she kind of is a reskin, but I mean, even if she's a reskin of Crash, I still like her.
Yeah.
It's one of those kind of things where if I were doing time trials for this playthrough, I would have done them as Coco.
I mean, nope. Honestly,
You died
no one,
while invincible.
honestly, no one really cares that she's a reskin. No one.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, she controls better than what she did in Wrath of Cortex.
That's not a. You're setting the bar kind of low there.
That's not really a compliment, though.
Hey, it's the last time in a platformer that she was playable.
I mean, yeah, but like, it's Wrath of Cortex. That's not really a high bar to follow, though.
No, I know.
Yeah. I mean, being real though, Wrath of Cortex probably isn't that bad. It's just bland, and
It's Crash 3 again, but with a lot of what makes Crash 3 good. Like, the underwater stages are so awful.
Yeah.
Why did
Because-
they feel need to give you a fucking submarine?
That moves so slowly and has a giant
And it's a big target. And it's a big target.
Yeah, I never played.
Why?
Of course you added the George Michaels soundbite to this fucking shit. Of course you did. I had a strong feeling that when you got to that, you got to that fucking point.
I forgot
knew
I
it.
did this.
I knew it. I knew
damn
you
it,
did
G.
that.
But I agree with my past self, which is not something I do a lot of the times.
I'm glad that you gave yourself hope for your own future. In some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, that's kind of a big mistake.
Is it?
Eh. I'm not too optimistic about the future, but I ain't doom and gloom about it either.
I appreciate the fact that the hog has a bigger hitbox than it has in the first game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it is a PS1 limitation, it's
Yeah.
still bad regardless.
Yeah.
You can still excuse it, but it's still bad.
I get that it's probably for legal reasons, but I do wish that at the very least on the PS4, it allowed you to play like the original games, because I never played the original games. Well,
Play
I
the
have.
Insane version. Play the Insane trilogy.
Yeah, if you can, the Insane Trilogy is the best way to experience them. But for the
Yeah, it's the
I-
same
I'm-
way as Medieval. Play the remake. Don't play the original. Play the original out of curiosity, but these I would fully recommend the Insane over.
Unless
Yeah.
you're really nostalgic for the older games, then
well, but
The
if you
Crash
if you never played
why?
them,
I mean, people nowadays aren't really nostalgic for it nowadays. So
The first
Yeah.
one. Not
Well-
the first one. They are for the second and third ones.
second and third one, go for it. First one, fuck that.
but no, I think that the original game I only booted that that up once when I was curious
Nice.
about PS1 emulation on the 3DS line of consoles or handhelds. It was it ran alright, but there was definitely some slowdown here and there. But apparently Castlevania Chronicles ran just fine. But that's just as much as I'm willing to say on it, because when you want to get technical, the only PS1 games that I own legally is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
In the paper mask of Hagrid.
No, the Paper Mask of Hayride.
I haven't unlocked that yet.
Really? Still?
Well, I haven't felt need to boot up the game, like to boot up Quidditch Champions. I don't think the game really has that much meat on its bones. It's the kind of thing that would work if it was like a side thing in Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah.
There.
Now, sure, the game was only $40, and if you were on PlayStation Plus, you could pick up the game for free. Yeah, I'm not sure if the season is still ongoing or if I can get the Hagrid paper mask.
So lame if you can't.
Well, I think it's live service, but I don't know if it's the kind of thing where if I don't get it in like the season, because they didn't say anything about like a season, or I couldn't find out when the cutoff date was.
The fact that there's even a cutoff date and a live service thing in a single player game.
If there's a cutoff date,
It's for a season. It's for a season.
and just to make this clear, Quidditch Champions is no single player game. It was made to be multiplayer.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh no.
No. Oh god.
I was saying that
Fuck that.
I was saying that Quidditch Champions should have been a side mode in Hogwarts Legacy, even if they sell it as like a DLC. Because at the beginning of the game, they just straight up say like, "Oh, by the way, Quidditch is cancelled," and like a lot of people were like, "Oh, I get it. They're holding that out for the DLC." But then the game got like no DLC. Except for a quest that I'm not sure if it was either a pre-order bonus or a PlayStation 5 exclusive.
I think it was, if I remember correctly, it was PlayStation 5 PlayStation 5 exclusive.
Yeah, or at the very least PlayStation exclusive. I don't know if the PS4 version got it.
There's a PS4 version of Hogwarts Legacy?
There's a Switch version of Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised there's a Switch version. I'm just more surprised that there's a
And I've heard it.
PS4
And I've heard
version.
it runs pretty decently.
And not just that, but apparently the Switch version has like a lot of really technical... it's technically a lot different. Like, as far as I understand, there's like a lot more loading areas, which on the Switch, I completely understand.
Yeah.
And I think it's legitimately a good thing that there are so many like loading areas. I mean, sure, it gets to a point where, you know, the Switch version feels Sonic 06 bad, but what did you expect? You bought the Switch version. I'm not saying that people who only buy Switch versions of modern games deserve to have like the worst end of the stick. But if you know you have the weakest console and you still feel entitled to play this game, you're kind of asking for it.
I mean, at least it's not Mortal Kombat 1.
Yeah. Is that really as bad as people say it is?
Yes.
I mean, the multiplayer, yes.
Alright.
The campaign is just standard Mortal Kombat single player campaign. It's just a round of matches.
Ah yes, with a storyline that can be best summed up as, "You insulted my mom, now pay with your life."
Yeah.
And now we're getting Ghostface into the game. Because sure, let's have the Scream guy fight all the magical wizards.
Let's have the Let's have the guy from Scream fight J.K. Simmons from Invincible.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Even though I appreciate Mortal Kombat for what it is, it definitely had like its peak. If anything, a part of me kind of wished that NetherRealm did more with the Injustice series, but then I realized that, well,
That's also DC.
people apparently don't like Injustice that much.
People like the first one. People like the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second one, not so much.
In the comic, and let's not talk about the comics.
Well, I'm not a comic guy, but when I had my trial period of HBO Max, I did watch the animation complementing Injustice, and I feel like that was kind of alright. But it also kind of says something that the campaign of a NetherRealm fighting game can be summed up with a 40-minute episode on HBO.
Ugh.
I mean, to be fair, the story for Injustice 1 is honestly pretty basic, though.
Yeah.
I love how you just cheese this fight just by going off the arena.
I
don't
don't know
like-
you can do that.
I don't like this fight.
Nobody
Yeah,
does.
Ripperoo 1 is just obnoxious.
Although, to be fair, I don't know if it's a matter of I don't like this fight or I don't like this character.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't mind Ripperoo as a character.
I don't mind
I don't
Ripper.
like the fight.
This one is a bit too. This one's kind of annoying, and the 1 and 2 is way too easy.
I much more prefer the 1 and 2 more than this one.
I mean, same, but it's still easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
now
guess
he's rounds.
I guess you could say he ripped in pieces.
Rip-er-roo.
But no, I guess it's just the crazy for the sake of crazy kind of character vibe. That's the kind of stuff I don't like.
Yeah, I mean that's fine, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Crash is still a pretty decent game at in all intents and purposes, even if it's the first one is the weakest of all three.
I like how you act like there's only 3 Crash Bandicoot games.